It said, "This is my adventures with cancer week 7, week 8? It's week 8. Might be week 7. No, I think it's week 8. It's week 8. Um, Doing this on a Wednesday instead of a Thursday or Friday, but it's week 8. Um, so, last week, I went to have the port for chemo put in. Didn't get it done. Went up there. My appointment was scheduled for. Went to the hospital. My appointment was scheduled for 8 a.m. Now, I'm not ashamed to tell anybody. I have a weird, unnatural fear of anesthesia. I don't like being knocked out. I don't like being put to sleep, even if it's mild sedation to where I just don't like that at all. Kind of scares me. I have no problem saying that. Um, so my appointment was at 8, come 9:30-ish. This is in the morning. The doctor still wasn't even at the hospital yet. Now, after 90 minutes of sitting there thinking about what they're going to do to me, I had already at this point decided, no, I am not going to let them do this. But, if the doctor had come in the next 10 minutes, probably still would have went through it with it. But they didn't sedate me, they didn't dose me, they just had me sitting there on the bed. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw the picture. Um, and at the 2 hour mark at 10 a.m., I was like, all right, fuck this. And I started peeling the tape off. I'm like, fuck this, I'm done. To get this IV out of my arm, because I already started the IV. Like, get this IV out of my arm. I start to fucking remove the damn thing. And then it may be 5:10 after they're like, the doctor is here. I'm like, get this IV out of my arm. I'm fucking done sitting here. So the doctor comes in, he starts going to visit everybody in the goddamn room other than me, the person who's been fucking sitting there the longest, because the prep room was empty when I got there. So I'm fucking sitting there pissed off, pulling my IV out. The nurse comes over, he's like, we can take that out. I'm like, then get it out of my fucking arm. I'm abridging this a little bit, but anyways. Then he wants to fucking argue with me about whether or not and the doctor finally comes over, and I'm like, what did I just tell you? Don't make me say it again. This IV out. Well, we can go. Okay, so I started to fuck. I got this ugly bruise on my arm. I don't give two shits. But the point is, let me say this. The health industry is run like a business these days, yet it's the only business wherein they don't call the customer a customer, they call them a patient. And because everybody accepts the way they do things, they just continue to do them that way and nobody really fusses. But they give you these customer or patient satisfaction surveys, which is the same thing as a fucking customer satisfaction survey. So I don't have a tendency to treat the medical people any differently than I would a waitress. And I think you should treat everybody with respect. However, a food server you're their customer, they're providing a service. The health industry, because they're run like a business, is providing a service. So I generally tend to look at it as, hey, you're getting paid to do a job, you're getting paid to do something for me, so I'm your customer. Treat me like your customer. You would not wait 2 hours for a steak. You wouldn't, if they told you it was going to take you, if you took your car to get your tires done, they told you, oh, it's only going to take 20 minutes, and 2.5 hours later, or 2 hours later, you'd be like, you know what, put my tires back on my fucking car, I'm taking this somewhere else. But the health profession, or the health industry, they basically fucking do whatever they want, and people just accept it, because no matter what, there's always going to be patients who need doctors. That they want to run it like a business, but they don't want to treat you like their customer. No industry that has a customer base could even consider getting away with the shit that the health industry does. They couldn't even think about it. It's unfathomable that any other service industry would even try to pull some of the shit that the health industry pulls. Even though it's a business and you're treated you're a customer, but you're not treated like a customer. You're treated like a low-class customer. So anyways, I rescheduled, everything for a couple weeks from now. So you probably won't hear from me for a little while. Maybe I'll do an interjection this weekend if there's anything going on that I need to bring up or talk about. Don't think there is, but I'm really happy that the oncology nurse or my oncologist's nurse understands that I have PTSD, and she does take that into consideration, that I'm a veteran and I have PTSD, and not that I'm dangerous, but like, look, this guy's already dealing with shit. Don't fuck with him. So I do appreciate that. Her name's Karen. I know she doesn't watch this, but she's actually. I really appreciate that she's like that. That kind of thing does matter to her. There's a lot of people that kind of thing doesn't matter to. So, not that Karen will ever watch this, but if by chance she ever does, thank you, Karen, for being considerate in that area. Anybody else? I'm trying to think, what else? Is there anyone else or anything else? My father-in-law, I know he doesn't watch these unless I post them on Facebook, which I don't post these to Facebook anymore. But he gave me a call recently. Just a lot of support from people. A lot of questions. Hey, what are you doing? How are you doing it? So anybody out there who watches this, and thank you for the support. Thanks for the well-wishing. I've said it before. I'll say it again. Prayer doesn't cure cancer. I have spiritual beliefs. I'm sure you do too. You're free to pray if that's what you want to do. Won't knock you for it. Just prayer doesn't cure cancer. But basically, I think that's all I've got. Just a little agitated by the whole health industry thing. I'm not very anxious to get this port put in. But I have to have the port, and then I also have to have chemo, and I have to have radiation. I think I said that in the last video. So, just another adventure with cancer. If you're watching these, thank you for watching. I don't get a lot of views because I don't share them on Facebook anymore. But those of you who managed to find these, thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you for watching. Give a like, subscribe. I'll keep you updated. Again, there's nothing when you have cancer that you can't do that you would normally do. So, thank you.